Right, Eds, welcome to Wednesday's live guitar class. This is lessons from the book. The book, you say. What is the book? Well, this is the book. This is the book. The Book of Wonder. And when I didn't even know I was going to write this. It's the Facebook group that made me do this. They said, put it all in a book, Ricky, all the PDFs, a load of the PDFs. So what I did is I got 80 of the best PDFs, or 80 of the best lessons, I thought, that were on my channel at the time. And I think I only had about 100 lessons then. I've got over 250 now. So probably needs to be another book. Let me know. So today's lesson is all about modes. Hang on, let me put that there. The light's just taking that out. Let the camera focus. So this is what we're doing today. Hearing the modes, guys. This is going to be lesson 80 and it's page 87. So lesson 80. Oh, thank you very much. Look at this. Service with a smile as well. Look at that. Oh, cheers. Yep, there you go. Look. Oh, yep. Yep, that's it. I think we have to make this a ritual. I've seen in the fretboard fraternity that somebody has just got themselves a new mug. Patrick has just got himself a new mug. So thank you for that, Patrick. The Pentatonix mug. This is the Pentatonix Autopsy mug. There you go. And this is a Yorkshire tea salute to you guys. That's very hot for turning up. So, if you don't have the book, then that is easily remedied by going here. You can buy my book here. It's rickysguitar.com store. You can scan that QR code. That will take you to a place. You can get it spiral bound. You can get it paperback, or you can get it as an ebook, whichever flavour you want to have there. We've been talking to the folks at Lulu, and they've given me some discount codes. They're in the Facebook group, and they're in the fretboard fraternity as well. So if you want that link, if you want that coupon code, then you can get a discount on that. I think it's 15% this time. Kerry does that because she's great at all that stuff. So yes, like it says, the topic today is modes. These moods, this like thing that the guitarists that you know and love, yes, these great guitar heroes that we know and love, how they manipulate your feelings, how they make you cry, how they make you happy. Yes? Now, first things first, before I get to the chat, I know you're all, I can see it going here. I can see the chat going here. Bit of housekeeping. This is a live stream, and as you can see, folks are rolling into the chat, and I do like to say, A up, hang on, Yorkshire A up, with a cup of Yorkshire tea. Oh, dear. Oh, right. Yeah, so there we go. So some people think that there's a lot of waffle in this. It isn't. It's about human connection. It's about meeting people in the chat here, meeting people hopefully over in the fretboard fraternity, getting to know each other, building a relationship, you know, online. It's not just watching stuff and listening to stuff. It's like you can engage in stuff as well, and I think that's really, really cool. And all the coolest people turn up to the classes, I will say, on Wednesdays. So there will be waffle. Yeah, it's about human connection, and Lord knows we need more of that, and I say that all the time. So if you have no patience for a live class, then what you might want to do is just wait until I've edited this out, cut all the necessary juicy bits out, and then you can watch the video and do that. But you are missing out, and I think everybody in the chat will tell you that. So don't miss out on that. If this is your first time, I'm stoked that you're spending your time here with me. Now, I'm going to cut to the chase with a lot of the chat today, because an important thing is happening at 8 o'clock. Hands up, who knows what's happening at 8 o'clock today. Yes, my beloved football team, England, are playing in the Euro semi-final against the Netherlands, and that starts at 8 o'clock. So I'm going to do this really, really quick. Yes, there will be waffles. Yes, and some syrup on top of that as well. So, so if it is your first time, thank you for turning up. I'm really, really stoked that you are, and honoured that you chose to take your time and spend it with me. Subscribe as well. I've got a list here, so that's all I'm doing here. So there will be tangents, no doubt, as ever. So if you're ready for class, then Bosh the like as well. Make sure you like this video and live stream. It'll help to push it out to folks who need this information for their guitar playing journey, just like you. People just like you need it. So, with that, I'm going to do the roll call. I'm going to scroll up to the top a bit, and I'm going to try and get through everybody's names. If I miss your name, I'm sorry. Let's get on with this. So, Chuck. It's the usual suspects. I can see the usual suspects are all here. I love it. I love the fact that you guys turn up, man. It's just like, you know. Relaxing meditation, Jerry Linde, Telefunken. Why doesn't the stream start with star jumps? Star jumps are for naughty people who arrive late. Yes, that's it. You got to stand in the corner and do the star jumps. Feel free to lead the way. Yes, you could if you want to do that. Star jumps for Ricky. Hashtag that star jumps for Ricky. Upload a video somewhere and we'll find it. We'll look for it. If you do that, then we'll see the video. A up from Elgin. It's not Elgin in Scotland, is it? I don't think it is it, Telefunken? We talked about that before. Dem Ravens. Yes, we have. And a countdown. Aidan Norman, thank you. Now then, lad, hang on, we've got to do this. Hang on. Now then, lad. Yeah, now then, lad. That's what we've got to do there. And we've got to, and who won't be standing in the corner for tardiness this week? You got this guy. Sean, yes. Sean, in Yorkshire we would say, hey, that's champion, old lad. Yeah, that's champion indeed, right. So, Norman Vine, hello from Cape Cod. Laurent Legros, cheers from Belgium. David Doughty, Marcel LeBlanc. Marcel, thank you for popping along. Hello, fellow fretheads from Montreal. Thunder Ace, A up, my buddy. Okay, we're going down here. Nancy Parsons, let's have a look. Major Pentatonic. Black Hat Music from Tulsa, Oklahoma. It sounds so exotic, does Tulsa. But I just wonder, is everybody always... Well, I suppose where you are, you're only... you are. Everybody at some point is 24 hours from Tulsa. So, Maria Davies. Hey up, Maria. Vicky DeMeo. Hello from Lexington, Kentucky. Steve Pinhead. Howdy from sunny Seattle. We could do with some of that here. I know Seattle's a bit like the UK, from what I understand, temperature-wise and weather and everything. Gary. Hey up, Gary. Gary Fife in the house, everybody. Richard Shields. Hey up, Rich. Greg Howard. Alan Peters. Cap Bubba. Ron Carrillo. Frank Wirricks, I think. Hello. We've got GF. We're going to call you Jeff. My name is JF. Hi from Houston. Cats Rule. Phil James, it's Phil Star. Yes, Simon Edwards, good eye, mate. Greg Howard, and we're getting through these now. So we're looking at this. I used mine for the first time. Whiskey and ginger ale. That's a particularly odd. When you mean whiskey, I don't know if you mean Scotch whiskey or bourbon whiskey. I'm not too sure. Angus. Right, okay. Sorry, Ricky, got to go see my daughter in Wizard. You enjoy yourself. No star jumps for you. Today, everybody's doing well. So, we're getting through this. Sandy Barris, he's in the house. Lawrence, as well, is in the house. Let's have a look. Cliff Reese. Dip your bread, Ricky. Dip your bread, lad. Mandy Snipes. Oh, do you know what? I'm enjoying the new House of Dragon because it's good to have all these Yorkshire accents back in that. Jon Snow, you know nothing. Over the wall, the wildlings, all that stuff. Colin Sear, more tangents than Pythagoras, but not nearly as dangerous. Let me put it there. Carter Hutchinson, you're late, but you made it. Do we make him do star jumps, folks? This is the thing. And... Mariek Hagerats, I think. I hope I'm saying that. Hey, from the Netherlands. Ooh, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. You know what's happening? Yes. Right. So, that is roll call. That's what we've got to do there. Now, roll call is a wonderful thing. It is a wonderful thing, but it isn't as good as having a proper chat with people in the community. I've created a community just for you guys. Yes, away from Facebook, away from YouTube, away from all the social media stuff. No ads, big tech free, no tracking, all that stuff. Join the Fretboard Fraternity. It's free. It's just a cool place to hang out, post pictures of your guitars, talk about the lessons, that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's just like, it's really cool. It's just really cool. So you probably need to be in there. So there's the URL for that. Yes, don't put www. There's something broken with that at the minute. Just put fretboardfraternity.com in and it should go there. If not, it'll be https:// Yes, but it'll be linked below, as will everything that I talk about today will be linked below. So let's get into this lesson. We're calling it right now. Let's get into this lesson. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about modes. Modes. It's super, super confusing to a lot of people, is modes. Because there's lots of different ways we can look at it. We can look at the mode, a mode. If you think about a washing machine, I think a washing machine is a good example of something that has different modes. You can, now I'm a man and I'm talking about washing machines. I don't profess to know much about them. I know, don't chastise me, yes, but I'm just saying, I know that you can do a cold wash, a medium cold wash, a short wash. You know, you could do a hot wash. You could do lots of different washes. And what you do is you turn the dial. And that gives you a different mode on the washing machine. And I kind of think of it, that's what modes are. Modes, if you want to look at it, if you want to think about it, the modes are basically, now this is, hopefully this makes sense to somebody. Modes are basically inversions of the major scale. Yeah, they have funky names, but we don't worry about the funky names. Right? So, right, if you don't know what an inversion is, let me just explain. An inversion, if we look at a major chord, it's got a root, a third, and a fifth. Now, normally when we play a chord, we start on the root note. Yeah, that's root position. That's the main thing that we all do. We start on the root. Yes. Phil's just posted that down there. I wonder if I can add to the broadcast. Well, if you're looking for it, it's lesson 80 PDF page 87. That was good. That was really good. That went up. See, changed colour on that. So the thing that we can do with this with a chord, root, third, fifth, is we don't always have to start on the root. We can start on the third, the fifth, and then put the root on the top, which is called an inversion. Yeah, we could start on the fifth, put the third above that, or the root above that, and we can call that an inversion as well. Well, if you think about it, that's 3 notes. A scale, the major scale, it's got 7 notes. And we can do that from each of those scale degrees of the major scale. So if we take the root note, we start from that, that gives us the major scale. But the major scale also has a funky name, yeah? And I won't worry too much about the names, because the names are just names of Greek tribes, you know, it carries on through architecture, does the names of these modes. You know, you get these names: Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian. I've not seen a Mixolydian tribe, yes, but Aeolian. Yeah, so if you've ever looked at architecture, you'll see that there are Ionian and Dorian pillars, those kind of things. So really, it's just a label. That's all it is. It's a label, and that's the thing. But what I want you to do is I want you to attach the mode or the mood to the label. And then what you can do then is you can use that explicitly when you want to create these different sounds. Okay? So we'll be using the guitar today as well. So because these modes, they give us different moods, yeah, and music is the language of emotion, then it makes sense to be able to have all these different varieties of emotion, just so we can do that. Now, the way I think of modes is there's a brightness to them or a darkness. So some modes are brighter than others, and some modes are darker than others, if we want to think about it in terms of colour. But you can think about that: if you were in a bright mood, then that would mean you're happy. Yeah. If you were in a dark mood, then stay away. Go and clean the garage. Do something like that. Stay out of everybody's way. It's a good tip. Yeah. Yeah. Sort your screws out. Yeah. Put them in jars. Be that organised guy. Yeah. No. Right. So, so the thing is that brightness or darkness, it's an expression of an emotion. We can use that to our advantage, just like the guitar greats do when they want to manipulate you emotionally. What do you think that Dave Gilmour's doing? What do you think that Gary Moore's doing? What do you think that Joe Satriani's doing? Steve Vai, when you hear these sounds and you go, oh, that's awesome, that's cool. That's what we need. We need that in our tool bag of things that we can do on the guitar. So the way we look at this, Eupian, the original Yorkshire scale. Yes. So, by the way, and I should say, if in the book, right in the book there, we've got, oh, crikey, that light's a bit bright there. So there's the book. But if I just flip over one page, right, I'm going to talk about this. Let's see if it'll focus. Will it focus? Hang on, it's looking for my face, isn't it? No. Oh, there we go. It's focusing. So what we've got in the back here, we've got this section here. And these are your scale formulas. And these are your recipes. Once you got those recipes, that's all I do is I remember the recipes in my head of the modes. But what we've got to do is we've got to, we base it on this major scale. Because like I said, major scale is the parent mode if we want to think about it in that way. Yeah? It has a modal name which is Ionian. Yes? For a long time I had to battle with remembering that because I thought it was one onion and I used to write one onion. If you've seen some of my old notes, it'll say one onion. So I've got myself out of it. It's one on Ian. Ian. Yeah? Ionian. Okay? Right, so we've got that there. So each mode has a recipe based on this major scale. So what we could do is, you know what, I think I might as well just switch over. I've got pen and paper as well. So if I switch over to this, make sure it doesn't mute me. Am I muted? Nope, I'm not muted. That's wonderful. So what we've got is we've got these mode formulas. I'll put this down here as well. So the mode formula, remember, so this is Ionian. We've got this order of modes: Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, and Locrian. Now, there's a way to remember this, there is a way to remember this. And if somebody will comment this, and if you know this, you comment this, okay? This one? Like that. Do you think that'll do it? Am I going out of focus a little bit there? I do have some control over that, actually. Let's have a look. It shouldn't do. I've fixed the exposure and the focus. Right. We look good here. Looks banging here, Sean. Right. So, look. We've got root, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Now, we want to think of this, yes, as our master recipe. This is the master recipe here, guys. Yeah. What we do is we modify this master recipe to get the modes. And you can see here it says IDPLMAL. Right? I know I've put a lowercase m there, and I'll do that as an uppercase, actually. I don't particularly like modes a lot. There's somebody will have probably a very rude one. Somebody will probably have something that's like really good. Oh, look, there's Phil. Phil's got a good one up there, right? And it's like, and what it is we use a mnemonic. Let's use Phil's there. And let me just shift that out of the way. Phil's put that there. I don't play loud music after lunch. Yes? Right. Well, that makes sense. Well, why would that? Because you don't want to get indigestion. But this, what it does is it means that, hang on, can I use this? Ooh, it's gone. Right, let me put that up there again. I'm going to add that to the broadcast. Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian. So what you can do, okay, is you can use that to help you to remember that. It's just a little mnemonic, but id, pull, mal. I mean, that's kind of the way that I memorized it back in the day. Idpul mal, and it was just a weird word, and that did it for me actually. You know, so if you need a mnemonic, you need a mnemonic. It's okay. Dem Ravens, in dark places, love making always lurks. You see, Dem, I knew it was going to be you doing that. I knew someone was going to do that. Right? Bringing the tone down, you know. But look, let's add it to the broadcast just because. Right? In dark places, love making always lurks. Right? We hope. So... So we've got this here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take these here. And just like, and I will say, you know, the thing that you need to know about modes is that there is the video that I did about everything being the same thing. Yes? So look, we can associate our Roman numeral chords with it. Yeah? So if you've been here before, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then... I don't particularly like matches after losing. Oh, well, that's Scotland, though, isn't it? All right, okay, you're all right. We're not going there. Right, so we can associate the mode with the chord. So the scale, the parent scale, has a chord as well. It's got a related chord that we can apply to it, which is cool, which is good to know, because the thing is, the way people understand modes is they think of them sometimes as patterns, but not as sounds. And I'm just going to stress that by switching over so you can see my Vizog. Yeah. The sound is the first thing you need to understand about modes, because you have got no context. Otherwise, it's just theory. It's just patterns. And if you don't understand the sound, what will happen is you'll play the mode pattern, but because you've got the wrong tonal center, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, then what will happen is you won't hear the quality of the mode. You just won't. You'll remember the pattern and you'll wonder why your modes sound like a major scale. Yeah? This is critical that you understand. You have to hear the modes first. Okay? So you have to hear those modes first. So, you know, with this whole mnemonic thing here, yeah, Idpul mal, come up with your own, guys. Just come up with your own. That will be the best way to work. Unless, oh, look at that. I don't punch like Muhammad Ali. That's a good one. I've already remembered it, Rickers. Oh, thank you. Right. So, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this one here. So, we're going to move into this. So, I'm going to go through these one by one, actually. So, let's do this one first. I should say as well that I have put, where is it? I'll just pull this over here. I shall be using this today. I shall be mostly using this today. Let me just have a click down on this. And what this is going to do is give me Google Chrome. And Google Chrome is going to give me these practice drones, guys. I'll put a link to these after the video. If you're in the Fretboard Fraternity or in the Facebook group, you should have them already. But this is Ben. This is his channel. Yes, this is his channel. And you know what? I can copy that. And I can paste this here. You want to save this. You want to save this link here. Yeah, because these are practice drones. Now, I like using these because you can hear that. It's just an E note, okay? Just the note E. That's all it is, yeah? Which is great. I don't know if you can hear that drone. Hopefully you can. Let me know if you can hear that drone. Right? But I'll shift back here and I'll show you because I will be using that. So you can use those. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at this major scale formula here and we're going to apply it to this one here. This is going to be the Ionian mode. So this is Ionian, which is set up exactly the same way as the major. Okay? Set up the same way as major. And what we're going to do is we go root, we put the second there, put the third there, put the fourth there, put the fifth there, put the sixth there, and put the seventh there. Now, look at this. Yeah, the red notes. The red notes, this is an A-shaped octave that we have here because it's starting on the A string there, isn't it? So you got it on the A string here, okay? Now, what we do is we use those octaves there as bookends. So what we do with that is, with a bookend, it doesn't matter what books you put in between. There could be cookery books, it could be books on ancient philosophy, it could be anything, okay? You could put whatever you want in there, and that will be a static thing that you can adhere to. And that contains all these notes that you need. Now, let me just play you this with... I'm going to play it without the drone for the minute, because I'm just going to switch to the guitar here. So what I can do, and I think this is the easiest way to do this, if I play the E and use that as my tonal center. So the thing with this is the tonal center is where the resolution happens. It's where everything sounds finished. I often think it's like a whirlpool. If you've got sound, the whirlpool is sucking all the other notes into it, or a black hole sucking everything into it, and everything wants to gravitate towards that sound there. Now let me put these what they're called, bookend notes in. All right, I'm just scooting over here, getting a bit closer on the guitar here. Now I'm at the 7th fret, because this here is an E. This is an E. So I'm using the E note as my tonal center, and I'm playing the octave there. So you can see that's one bookend, and that's another bookend there. Okay? So we can do that. Now what I can do is, if I put the major scale or Ionian mode in there, so you can hear that major scale there, but if I use this as a drone underneath, so you can hear how this works. Can you hear how that sounds bright and jolly? Let me just see if it works with the drone that is supplied by Ben. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. He's done this drone job here, and it's got all 12 notes that you need to use as your tonal center. So this is the E one here. Now if I play that, you can hear the tension between that major 7, because it's only a half step away. So you can hear that this just adds an extra dimension to it. Just allows you to focus and study it. It allows you to focus and study the movement. Get to know the patterns. Now remember, the pattern that I've drawn here, it isn't that big. Can I zoom in on this one? Oh, I think I can, can't I? Wait, let's move in there. So you can see, there's the Ionian pattern. And you just got to memorize it. But the thing is, it's like you've got 2 notes, then 3 notes, then 3 notes. And that's all there is. That's what you've got to remember. You'll get the flavour, and you'll start to see where that idea lives. Okay? Now, one of the things that I could have shown you, which I'm going to do actually, I'm going to get some colour on this. Let me get some colour on this, because what we have is underneath this. Remember what I say about it's a Yamaha THR. It's a really nice one. So look at this pattern here. This pattern here, that's a major pentatonic. Yeah? That's a major pentatonic pattern. You can hear it. Bum. It was a bit harsh, that zoom, but it works. So what we could do is we could see this here. Now this points to another lesson that I've done on the channel. I will put in the end screen of this video once this has done all its processing. I'll put it in the end there where we can apply 2 notes extra to the pentatonics and we can get the modes. But like I say, today is all about hearing these modes. So this is a major mode. And we've just used that pentatonic pattern as well to do that. Now the reason you might want this, listen to this guys, because the reason you might want pentatonic is because pentatonic is a chilled sound. Yes, there's less tension in it than a diatonic scale, which has semitones, half steps clash. With more notes you get more complexity. If what it is that you're trying to get out of your heart through your fingers, through your guitar, is complex, then you need to use complex sounds. If it's simple, use simple sounds. Yes, triads are great, which is why triads are great, because there's only 3. You're using 3 notes. Yeah, so you've got to think about it in how much ingredients you're chucking into that moment that you are playing. Yes. So okay, Patrick, if you've missed a bit, then you know what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to stand in the corner and do 10 star jumps. I'm sorry. That's the way it works. That's that's the way it works. It's going to be available on replay, so don't worry about that. Yeah. So okay. So look, we've got this Ionian. Yeah, but look, it's the same notes as major, so we could think of it as being the major scale. And we've just got the degrees of that scale underneath there. And so look, if I apply that there, root, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. There's the formula. There's the recipe. That 4 looks a bit odd. There we go. So there's the recipe for that there. Let's move on to the next mode. Now the next mode, let me just come over here. Oh, can I do this? Oh, look at this. Fancy pants. Now normally, hang on, I'm going to zoom out of this because this might mess, I don't want to mess James up later on. What we get with Dorian is we get a root, a 2nd, a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and a 7th. But what we've got to do is we've got to modify these notes now to make sure that we get the sound that we're after. Now, because this belongs to chord 2, means it's a minor, so this is going to have a flattened 3rd. So we've got to flatten the 3rd, and then what we're going to do is we're going to flatten the 7th as well. The key notes that I think of interest with this is the 6th and the 2nd in this. Those are the notes that really pop out when you are playing the Dorian mode. Yes, so let me just fill this in here. So I'm going to put Dorian. All right, okay. I'm going to put Dorian there. So let's apply this over there. So we've got the 2nd here. We've got the flat 3rd here. We can see we've got a 4th and a 5th. There goes the 4. There goes the 5. That major 6 is going to be here. And then the flat 7 goes here. And this gives you a completely different pattern. But let me just show you the skeleton of the pentatonic is just underneath it. Because it's a minor mode, the minor pentatonic pattern, box 1, you'd think of this as being like the beginning of box 1. This would be the beginning of box 2. Yes? Or a box 1 in the major pentatonic. They're all the same. Okay? Don't worry too much about it. But hopefully you can see that structure in there. If I switch back over to the guitar, yeah, and I zoom in on that there, then you can see that what we get still the same E drone note here as my reference note. Still this E here. Bookends are exactly the same. Nothing has changed. I've just got a different bunch of notes that I am using in between those 2 notes there. Okay? Now the Dorian is a very sort of jazzy scale. It's used a lot in jazz. So if I played an E minor on that, yeah. E minor 7 to be precise. Yeah, you can hear that what's going on there. There's the pentatonic. And is the Dorian mode. I love the Dorian mode. It's one that you can nicely mix up with your blues scale. So if I go like this. Yes. Okay, so we've got that there. Right, okay, let me put that drone back on. Let me see if that works. So I'm just playing parts of the scale as 2-note double stop ideas. Well, thirds. Yeah, you just join everything up, but those 2 notes are still there. I'll stop that drone. So hopefully you can hear that was a little bit more melancholy. You got the minor quality. So you're thinking about the brightness or the darkness of that modal sound. And Dorian is quite. I often think that it's sad, but it's okay. You know, it's hopeful. It's got an element of hope to it, if that makes sense. Yes. Okay, Richard. See you later. A lot of people bowing out. It's okay, guys. It's fine. Yes. So I understand. We've got football on as well to do. I'm going to have to bow out as well. Make sure we get there. So we've got this one here. So that's Dorian. Let's fire through these as well. Yeah. So we don't miss out on any of them. Okay. David, I would have to do that in another lesson. I think there's too much to cope with this, but if you stay in one spot, you'll get the idea of the mode. You'll get the sound. You'll hear it. And then once you know you just got to learn your scale patterns. You just have to. It's one of those things. This is why you learn the scale patterns. So that is the one. No football. No, you don't have no foosball. Right. So let's look at this one. The next one we're going to have is Phrygian. Now Phrygian is a bit of a moody one. Another moody one because it's on chord 3. Right, so look, I'm going to take my formulas again. Root, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. So that's my major formula. And now what I've got to do is I've got to add these up. I've got to change these so that we spell the Phrygian mode. So I flatten the third, I flatten the seventh, yes, and I flatten the sixth. Okay, so we've got the Phrygian there, and there's one more to flatten, and that is the second there. So we've got a lot of flattened notes here in this, which means if you look at that root to the flat second, that's going to give you the half step. It's the half step. We've got the minor third, perfect fourth, and then we've got this fifth, then we've got a flat 6, which is a minor 6, then we've got a minor 7. It's very, very nice. It's very, very, very nice. Yes, it's Phrygian. But Phrygian is the one, if you are a metaler, if you like metal, then you're gonna dig this one. Because I always think of Phrygian as sounding like a Spanish minor. Yeah, you'll hear this in a moment when I play it. Yeah, so it's a Spanish minor, and let me just draw that out actually, and then you can see it, and then you get an idea of what it looks like. So my bookends again. So I've got my flat second, flat third, I've got a fourth, a fifth. Yeah, I've got a flat 6 and I've got a flat 7. Yes. So hopefully you can see that there. Now let me just plop in that minor pentatonic. The minor pentatonic lives under there, guys. There are minor pentatonics. Now, Ken's asking about chord progressions. I will do I've been asked to do a lesson on chord progressions, modal chord progressions, and it's on the list as along with diminished, some diminished chord theory stuff as well. Yeah, I'll bang all. They're on the list. They're coming, guys. Yes, so just tune in. Just tune in, and you'll probably find that I'll be talking about it. So here's Phrygian, right? So we're going to use this note here. Let me just switch over to the camera. Let's zoom down here. So here. The notes get flattened or sharpened or altered. Let's just call it altered. The notes get altered naturally by the major scale when you go through the inversions. It happens very, very naturally. This is why I'm saying that modes are an inversion of the major scale. It needs fleshing out. I'll come back and I'll talk about the modes again. So don't worry about that, Marcel. So look, let's take this. Let's put that drone back on. Ben's drone. Ben's drone noises. So I take this here. Oh, I just realised I'm off screen there, so. Yeah. It's alright, played the wrong one there. But you can hear that. Listen to the sound of that. Flat second. To the drone noise. So it sounds exotic, doesn't it, that one, guys? I always think that sounds very exotic, and stop this drone. You know, it marries very well. Somebody mentioned Yngwie. Yngwie Malmsteen uses Phrygian, but uses harmonic minor as well, and you can do that there. So completely changes the whole context of the tonal center. Remember what I was saying, guys? You can hear that E note isn't changing. It's just the scale pattern that's changing. The drone note is dominating the sound. Everything is just there because all of it wants to go there. And that's the secret to modal, chord progressions as well, actually. You know. So the thing is, that's what we want to look at. So Phrygian. But yes, if you, I don't know if I can do this, but if I change, can I pull up that? Where is my, is it behind there somewhere? Oh, it was. Yeah, there it is. Let me just see if I can get a crunchy sound here. Hang on, I've used the wrong one there. Let me just switch that. No, it's not playing. Okay. I think I've just ruined how my interface works. Okay, let it. It's having a think. Anyhow. Crikey. There we go. Let that have a think. It probably crashed on me. So we have that there. I can't do any metal. But trust me, guys, Metallica, Slayer, all that old school stuff, you know, Testament, if you're into any of that old school sort of the original metal, sort of Tampa Bay, that kind of stuff, then Phrygian is the mode that you need to learn. There you go. It's starting to nag at me now. There's this interface thing. Right. Okay. Load failure. Okay, that's fine. Don't load then. All right. But don't hijack my computer. All right, okay. That's the only thing with this Yamaha THR is the remote, the computer remote. It can be a bit temperamental. So what we do is we quit that there. See if it destroys my sound. Okay. Technical issues, guys. Sorry about this. Let me just force quit it. Sometimes you have to force quit things. There we go. Right. Sorted. Back at it. Right. Okay. So the next mode that we're going to look at, that's Phrygian. I think that explains Phrygian. I think that, you know, you've got everything you need to know about Phrygian there. But it is the metal mode. That's the one that the Gizmo wants to watch the game too, Luz. Yeah, well, that's what it is, isn't it? I've got to try and wrap this up in 15 minutes. What are the odds of that? So let's have a look at this next mode. The next mode we have is Lydian. Now, when I discovered this one, I was just like blown away by this one. This is a major mode. Yeah, now the thing about this is the easiest one, I think, one of the easiest modes to remember formula-wise for its recipe. Yeah, because all we do is we sharpen the 4. We raise the 4. Yes, David, I can use the washing line technique to extend the modal patterns. Indeed, yes, I will. I do that because what you're just following your bookends. Okay, so look, let's look at this one here. So we've got root, second, third, sharp 4. This, it's got a root, it's got a major third and a perfect fifth there. So it's a major mode. So we could just put in that major pentatonic pattern, but let's just do it degree by degree. So we've got the second, we've got the third, got the sharp 4. Look at that tritone there. That's important. Then we've got the fifth. Then we've got the sixth. Then we've got the seventh. Okay, let me put this pattern in here just so you can see that it is the major pentatonic pattern. Just there. Okay. Right. Okay. So, we've got this. Got this one here. I'm going to zoom in on the guitar here. I'm going to get the drone on, and you can hear this. Listen to that note clash against the drone. Listen to this. There's the tritone. That's what a sharp 4 is. It's also a flat 5. So you can hear that one. Put a chord in there. So you can hear that there. There's the Phrygian. Oh, you guys crack me up. So there is the Lydian. That's the sound of the Lydian. Now the Lydian is very spacey sounding. I like the Lydian a lot, but you know, I think the thing is, back in the day when I started, one of the first guitar players that I got into, one of the first players I got that really blew my mind once I got into electric guitar was Steve Vai. Steve Vai is all about Lydian, and then his guitar teacher was Joe Satriani, so there's a lot of Lydian in that. And also he played it with Frank Zappa, which is a lot of Lydian. So there's that Lydian sound. And it was like that bent my ear, and it made me think, okay, Lydian, you know, I've got to get my head around this Lydian one. Lydian is an amazing little mode to just play around with, and you can hear the difference between that Lydian. Now, actually, I'll put the drone back on, and I will play. I'll play you the. I'll switch between 2 modes. Yes, I can switch between 2 modes. So if I play the drone. If I play Dorian, and then I just ended it with Lydian. Okay. Put any of these modes on here. Let me turn it Spanish. Back to Lydian. To Ionian. turn that to Lydian again. Dorian. So you can hear that these just offer us a whole heap of different emotions. These are different moods, and we're playing them. We've still got some to go. Let's crack through these. We've got 10 minutes. No one's going to score any goals in the first few minutes, are they, really? Yes. So, just moving between those. Let's go back to the drawings here. Right, okay. So the next one is Mixolydian. Now, I like Mixolydian. It's a real tough sound. It's used a heck of a lot by Neil Schon and Gary Moore. Bless him. So, Mixolydian. Let's have a look at that. So, Mixolydian is root, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Now, the only difference between the major and Mixolydian is it has a flat 7, which is going to give us an odd sound because we get no T-do. Yeah, it goes Tor-do. So what happens is it goes root, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. But instead of having a major 7, it has a flat 7. So if you imagine I took that major 7, took it back 1, that would be a flat 7. Bang it there. And yes, because it's a major mode, it uses the major pentatonic pattern that is the skeleton underneath it. Yes, it's got the skeleton underneath it. Okay, so let's go with this one. Let's have a look at this one. This one, I tend to think it's a very tough sound. It's a nice one. It's where your dominant 7th chord. Yeah, you can see the dominant 7th chord in there. So look, there's your root, there's your third, there's your flat 7. So it lives in there. So you can superimpose that. That's what I do. I'm just visualizing chord, scale, arpeggio. That's all it is. Look, so look, if I go there, you can hear that drone. Yeah, so we blues it. That E would be your funky bass player. Yeah. So it all applies to the same thing here. Apply that there, guys. Look, so it's all in there. It's all ready for you to just grab it. Okay, so we can grab this one. So there's Mixolydian, right? Now I think of that Mixolydian as being a kind of a, it's the tough, it's a tough sound, and it's great for you know, rock. It's great rock scale. And it's a great scale for blues as well. So you can put it on your blues as well. You know, so it's a multi-purpose one. If you think about it, if you started on here and you played your major blues scale or your minor blues scale on a 7th chord, and you put this over, it's just going to give you some extra texture, some extra sounds. The next one uses the most vowels ever. Aeolian is another mode. Now, major, we can call that Ionian. Yeah, this one is really the natural minor, or the relative minor to this. Okay, you could do this, right? We can use this. Yeah, let's put this one together. Oh, I've got to write it out, haven't I? Yeah, let me write it out first. Come on, Ricky. Root, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm just altering this recipe here. I just memorized that. Root, second, flat third. Let me just turn my guitar off. Flat third. We get a flat 7 and we get a flat 6 there, guys. So look, let me put this on here. So we've got a root, got a second, got a flat third, got a fourth, got a fifth, got a flat 6 and a flat 7 there. It's a minor mode, which means that we're going to have a minor pentatonic skeleton underneath that. Okay, so we've got that minor pentatonic skeleton underneath that. I love this one. This one is ballads as well. This is Gary Moore used this one, but this is Slash. Everybody uses these, yes? Right, let me just... This is really common, is this one. This is a really common way of using this. So we've got root, second, flat third, fourth, fifth, flat sixth, flat seven, root. Now the thing is, play along to these drones and listen which notes carry the power, which notes carry the emotion. Flat third. Listen to the tension on that. So what we could do is, like I say, it's the pentatonic underneath it. Yeah, so we've got all that gubbins going on there. Yeah. So I'm just connecting everything, guys, because I know how to connect it all. That's what's going on there. I just know how to connect it all because I know all my scale patterns. Okay, we will I'll put a link to this drone pattern. Let me just open that in a new tab. This is Ben. Ben was a guitar teacher. He's my student. Started with me when he was 10 years old. So this is his channel. I'll put a link to his channel so you can subscribe to that at the end of this video when I put it up. So that's his channel there. Yeah, make sure you go and subscribe to him. He's got lots of resources that he's doing and we're talking about having a podcast. It'll be interesting. We'll see if that happens. It would be nice, but the thing is, get these drones. He's got some playlists. He's got some other exercises for you to do as well. There, I've lost the thing. I've lost the link for that video, but there you go. That's the one there. Right, there's a lot of questions here, guys. Now, can I say that these questions, because it's a bit short this week, can we put these questions in the fretboard fraternity? That would be really useful. Why are all the notes considered flattened except for the fourth? Begin the sharp in the Lydian mode. Marcel asked a similar question earlier on, and I think what it is you need to see is how these inversions happen, how these modes happen naturally. They're also called the church modes if you want to look them up, yeah? The footy is starting major pentatonic. I do know, I am aware. Which brings me to the last mode, which fortunately for me is, do you know, it's probably the most useless mode. It's the most useless mode, but I've got to do it. I've got to do it just to complete the full set because this mode belongs to Wobbly Bob. Yes, it belongs to chord 7. This one, look at, you're going to go to yourself, crikey, look at this. 5, 6, 7. So we've got root, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Well, let's see how this one changes. So we've got a root. We need to flatten the second. Okay, we flatten the third. We're going to leave the fourth for now, but we're going to flatten the fifth. We're going to flatten the fifth, man. Right? Flatten the sixth. Going to flatten the 7 as well. So look at that. Flat 7, flat 6, flat 5. Hang on. Let's look at that. Root, flat third, flat 5. What's that also known as? That's a diminished chord. It's a diminished triad. So let's just put that lot in here. So we're going to go root, flat second, flat third, fourth. Then we get this flat 5, yeah, which is the same as the sharp 4, really, if you think about it. That's a tritone away. We get the flat 6, then we get the flat 7. Now, unfortunately, we don't get the minor pentatonic pattern underneath there. Yeah, we don't get that in there. It's a little bit of a strange pattern if you wanted to kind of use it. And you will play this pattern, but you could look at it like that. I think that's probably the... Oh, hang on, put that one in there, Ricky. Look at it like that. That's probably the best way to look at it. And you might think to yourself, that looks like box 4 of the pentatonic. Yeah, which it is. This pattern is the beginning of box 4 of the pentatonic. Now, I've got to show you, because before I call it a do, and you know what, appreciate you all being here. The football's on. I hope you forgive me for calling it quits earlier, right? But let's look at this one. I'm going to play. I'll do this one. I'll do this drone thing again. I will do a drone thing again with modes. I'll do another modes follow-up, okay? So, I'm going to play that pattern. Listen to this. It's pretty disgusting, yeah? That's okay. Tension. Tension. Alright. Tension. 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 Right? Do you hear what I mean? We've got to put it on there. It's one of the 7 modes, yeah, so we have to put them. But the thing is, guys, each mode has a mood associated with it. You can use this pattern. Yeah, it's not good, is it? It's not brilliant, right? Okay, but we could maybe... I'll put a chord on it. Yeah. Yeah, there's better scales to use. Dr. Adams can hear where it could be used. In a dentist to drown out the sound of a drill. Better than the sound of the drill. Right, so, guys, the drones. I will post them. I'm going to wait for this video to do its thing and wait for it to process into HD format. But I will do more of these mode lessons. There's more stuff coming up. Horror movie music, scary music, yes. You know, sorry you're late. And an hour late, I'm just going, Widey. Right? Corner, you know what you've got to do. Oh no, Phil, don't do that to me. Don't do it. My wife's downstairs. She'd have been screaming her head off. I'd have heard her. Murder. Right, so I will bid you adieu and say goodbye. Thank you for coming along. Make sure that if you haven't got the book and you want the book, then there's the link for the book if you want to get that in Spiral from Lulu, paperback from Amazon, or a digital download from my website with all the videos in one spot. Join the Fretboard fraternity as well. Join that because it's worth joining the fraternity. There it is. Get in there. Thank you for rocking up, guys. Remember, yes, who you're playing guitar for. You're playing for yourself. Okay? You're playing for yourself, not for anybody else. So keep going. Little and often is the way that you're going to conquer it. Yes, Marcel, hit that like button, folks. Let's get this pushed up the algorithm. I think everybody's going to watch the football now. So, guys, without further ado, I'm gonna bog off now. I'm gonna finish it here because I'm getting antsy. You know I am. And I will see you next week for another lesson. I'll announce which one that's going to be. in the Fretboard Fraternity and in the Facebook group. So, yeah, remember who you're playing guitar for. Keep it up, guys. And I will see you soon. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. See you later. Bye.